Hey, Big D, with a little Monday night stream. Before I tell you who I think is better between Joe Burrow and Pat Mahomes, please subscribe, like, and share the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page. We will be back with more videos throughout the week, so check it out. Also, the Big D podcast will hopefully be back tomorrow, so please check it out. Not just here on YouTube, but check out the Big D podcast on Spotify and Apple. So there seems to be one big matchup a week, and there are a few quarterback matchups which excite me more than when Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow play. And yesterday's game in Cincinnati did not disappoint. The Bengals won 27-24. For the second straight time, the Bengals beat the Chiefs 27-24. What's with all these 27-24 games between the Chiefs and the Bengals? Is it a coincidence or what? But the Bengals like being the Chiefs 27-24. And to me, before this game, I think a lot of people thought that Pat Mahomes had already won the MVP before the game even took place. So Mahomes winning the MVP, Mahomes winning the MVP. Well, Josh Allen's in the MVP race. So Jalen Hurts. And you know what I'm thinking? Where's Joe Burrow in the MVP race? Because Joe Burrow is playing almost, if not better, football than any of them. Well, yesterday, Joe Burrow got the chance to play Pat Mahomes, and not just beat him, he outplayed him throughout the game. I mean, Mahomes completed 16 27 passes for 223 yards and a touchdown. Joe Burrow was 25 31 for 286, two scores. Also rushing another touchdown, 11 carries. But to me, the game is not just Cincinnati winning, but how Cincinnati won the game. Because Cincinnati won the game because the Bengals got better offensive personnel than the Chiefs. You know, everybody's looking at Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, but the Bengals are better offensively right now than Kansas City. Joe Burrow is as good, if not better, than Pat Mahomes. Everybody's saying, well, Pat Mahomes does left-handed passes. Yeah, he can throw 70-yard bombs. But Joe Burrow and the Bengals just score. They put up yards and score. If Joe Burrow gets any protection, and he did yesterday, you're not stopping him. Because Cincinnati moved the ball better than Kansas City. I mean, Burrow was more accurate, only sacked one time, which is big because if Joe Burrow is not getting any pressure, I don't think anybody's beating him with how well he's played. And I know everybody looked at Cincinnati and how they started 0-2 with losses against the Steelers and the Cowboys without Dak. But I look back in those games, A, Joe Burrow didn't really get any snaps in training camp because he underwent an appendectomy. And B, Cincinnati outplayed Pittsburgh, just that Burrow didn't have any time and threw. And turned it over, 5-6 times. But the Bengals are good enough to beat anybody in this league. I mean, 3 of Cincinnati's 4 losses came on the last play, all on field goals. So the Bengals look fine. The only bad game for Cincinnati was that Monday nighter in Cleveland. But yesterday, Cincinnati got to show how good the Bengals really are. Because Burrow went toe-to-toe with Mahomes. And you know what intrigued me more, almost as much as the quarterback battle, was which team could run the ball. And despite Joe Mixon not playing for concussion, Samaje Perine was really good yesterday. Ran the ball 21 times for a buck 06 and caught 6 passes for 49 yards. Used him in fantasy or DFS. Samaje Perine probably won you A, fantasy matchup, and B, a lot of money yesterday. I think it was $6,000 on DK. So Perine would have made a lot of sense in a high scoring game. And Perine might not have the giddy up and mix. He's not going to run by guys. But in December and January, when the weather gets cold, Perine's a great power back to have because he can run and not a bad receiver coming out of the backfield. So you get that guy going downhill. Oof, I wouldn't want to tackle him. I mean, Green Bay Packer fans know what A.J. Dillon can do, and Samaje Perine's a similar back, but Cincinnati finally got Jamar Chase after 3 or 4 games out, and guess what? They gave him the ball. And he caught 7 of 8 targets for 97 yards. He didn't put up 266 yards and 3 scores like he did in last year's regular season game. But Jamar Chase makes this offense go. Because you have if Cincinnati's got Chase, Higgins, and Boyd, and by the way, I know Tyler Boyd fantasy owners yesterday were like, oh, he's got a touchdown, and he dropped it, but that was the only thing Cincinnati did wrong offensively. Maybe that one fourth down call late in the first half, but you know, you can have 1 or 2 bad plays, but Chase and Higgins are so difficult to defend because Chase is a top 3 or 4 wide receiver. T. Higgins is a great number 2. He'd be a great 1A, a 1 or 1A, but with Chase being such a big, physical, speedy wide receiver, Higgins is so underrated, and then Boyd brings that third weapon. So to me, I don't think the final score was quite as indicative as the game looked. To me, Cincinnati really controlled the ball, moved the ball better. Mahomes wasn't all that accurate. I mean, Kansas City didn't get the ball to Travis Kelce enough. He only got 6 targets, and I think all of them came after halftime. So Kansas City did not give its biggest star the ball more. And the Chiefs ran the ball for 138 yards. Pacheco ran 14 times. McKinnon 8. But I don't know. There's something. Maybe it was the fact the Chiefs didn't have Tyreek Hill, but it didn't look like the Chiefs had anything for Cincinnati yesterday. Really didn't get pressure on Burrow. Couldn't stop Perine. Couldn't stop Chase. And then, of course, Higgins made a couple of big plays. But to me, the biggest numbers from this game are 3 and 0. You know, with the World Cup happening, everybody's talking about, oh, this team won 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, whatever. Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes have met 3 times the last year, and Burrow has won all 3 of those games. And you could say he outplayed Patrick Mahomes in all of them. Last year, week 17, Joe Burrow threw for 446 and 4 touchdowns as the Bengals beat the Chiefs 34-31. In last year's AFC Championship game, Joe Burrow threw 250 yards and a couple scores, while Mahomes and the Chiefs only scored 3 second-half points in both games last year. And then yesterday, Burrow threw for 286 yards while running in while rushing for another 46 yards and a touchdown. So Burrow has outplayed Mahomes in all three games. Secondly, here's an interesting stat. If you combine all three games, the Chiefs have scored 6 20 second half points when the Bengals have scored 17, 17, 20, 13, 47 points. So, yes, the Bengals offense gets a lot of credit, but Cincinnati defensively is so underrated. The Bengals don't give up anything in the second half. Every yard, every point, harder, and let me tell you, the Bengals right now are playing like maybe the best team in football. Because Cincinnati was winning without Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon. Now, Chase came back, played great. Joe Mixon may be back for next week's game against Cleveland. The so the Bengals are rolling. Kansas City, Kansas City still will inevitably win the AFC West. But the Chiefs have got problems because they don't have that great number one receiver. If Travis Kelce's not catching 9, 10 balls for 150 or whatever, and Mahomes isn't, I don't think the Chiefs are quite what they've been in years past. I think Buffalo with Allen, Diggs, Gabriel Davis can get cheap yards. I think the Bengals can get cheap yards. Miami, the weather's not an issue. I don't think Kansas City can get cheap yards. The Chiefs have to go 8, 9, 10 play drives more often because they don't have that number one. They don't have cheetah pass. So I know what everybody's saying right now. They're looking at the title and thinking Burrow, Mahomes. Well, yes, we're all amazed when Patrick Mahomes throws a left-hand pass or does a Houdini. But you could argue Joe Burrow is almost as good at Mahomes, maybe in a little different way. Mahomes may be more physically talented than Burrow. Yes, I'll give you that. But this year, yes, Mahomes leads the NFL in passing yards. He's thrown 30 touchdowns. But Joe Burrow's got a higher completion percentage, thrown this just 8 interceptions, same as Mahomes. Yeah, he's been sacked nearly twice as much, but a lot of those sacks came early. And if you look at it, Joe Burrow's not even played on a couple of his big guys this year. Yeah, Mahomes is Mahomes. I love watching him play. But to me, all the people saying Mahomes MVP, first off, I think Joe Burrow should have won the MVP last year, and he might be playing better football than he is, playing more efficient football. And I look at the last drive of the game in particular, because after Kansas City missed the field goal, Bengals got the ball 1st and 10, down 49 with 3:19 left. And your job if you're Cincinnati at that point, don't give Patrick Mahomes the ball back. Because as he proved against Buffalo last year, give him 13 seconds and Mahomes will wreck you. Well, you know what the Bengals did? 4-minute offense to perfection. Burrow found Chase for an 8-yard pass, and then P-Run got a 10 yards, first down, 3:07 left, and then P-Run Got a couple big plays, and Burrow found Chase for another 5 yards first down. And then P-Ryan got 6 yards on a key first down play. Then I don't know what the Bengals did on second down. Burrow went backward for a 7-yard loss, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? And then third down at 11 from Kansas City's 28-yard line. The Bengals need a play. They need one play because if this pass incomplete, Pat Mahomes gets $150 left, needing a touchdown and extra point boom. And guess what Burrow did? He found T. Higgins for 14 yards completion. Game over. That's not what good quarterbacks do. That's what great quarterbacks do. Joe Burrow is a great quarterback. Everybody's looking at Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen as the great quarterbacks in football. Joe Burrow is in that group. There are three great quarterbacks in football: Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow. I'm telling you right now, the Kansas City Chiefs don't fear the Buffalo Bills. They fear the Bengals because the Bengals don't have two good wide receivers. They've got three great wide receivers, a running back, and a team capable of winning at home or on the road. Because the Cincinnati proved last year, went to Nashville and Arrowhead and won. And while Tennessee may have been the Wolves' number one seed ever, you go to Arrowhead and beat Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, you're doing something right. And Joe Burrow, he came within 2 minutes of a Super Bowl last year, and I still feel like nobody views him as a great quarterback. I still feel like people think of him as an average Joe when he's a top 2 or 3 quarterback in the league. Hell, he might be the best quarterback with how he's played. So, while a lot of people would probably say Mahomes, you could argue Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in football right now. And I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy. So, we'll be back with more episodes throughout the week. So, thanks for tuning in to this little Monday night stream. Saints Bucks will be starting shortly. So, that's my story, and I am sticking to it.